Hey! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those new to the channel, my name is Hywel Evans and today I'm going to take you through a full day of eating. What you've already seen is my breakfast, which is something I've showed on the channel so many times. I'm not going to take you through every single thing for it, but if you want to like check out what it actually is, it's protein oats and it's been on pretty much every single one of my day of eatings. It's a staple in my diet. Just to give you all a little bit of an update, the weigh-in you saw this morning, that is currently 1 stone down, so 14 pounds in total. We're getting to the end of things now, and that just means that very soon there's going to be an eating challenge on this channel, so prepare yourselves for that. First things first though, we are going to get the gym knocked out of the way today, and I'm training back with deadlifts involved. So you guys might be wondering why you're doing deadlifts on a back day and not a leg day. That's something I'll explain like more so in the future, but that was literally just the pre-workout meal before we go. The protein oats. Macros will have been on screen, or I'll put them on screen now actually. Let's go. Okay, so post-workout nutrition. This is one of the staples I've been using in my diet. So how I've lost like 1 stone so far. I haven't cut out like any foods I've actually enjoyed. Like you've seen this morning, I still have my protein oats, and that's not for everybody, but that is something I love to do. This is just another one of those meals for me. This is a tuna toastie. Literally, I put in 1 slice of bread because I use these 2 like little tiny ones. They're pretty crappy, but I'm using them. This is from Aldi, nice and cheap, and there's not like that many calories in it. It is high in salt, so if you're watching your salt intake, I wouldn't recommend it then. Literally just a squirt of that, 1 squirt of mayonnaise. This is lighter cheese, again from Aldi, just grate 20 grams of this in, so probably looking at about that much, but I do like to weigh it. Okay, so just slam it all in, just mix it up. It doesn't look great at this point, but when it comes out of the toasty maker, I promise you this is like one of the nicest meals I have when I'm cutting. Still fitting the macros though, which is good. I've calculated all of my macros already today, so that's something I've been doing the last, I would say, month maybe. Like towards the start of my cut I winged it a little bit, but now we're getting like, I think I've got 4 weeks left before I go on holiday. It's getting more intense. Like my cardio's not really gone up. I'm still doing about 15 minutes a day, but that's mainly because I've made a huge improvement on my diet recently, and since my last day of eating, the just cutting, not the vegan one, I think I'm 100 carbs down, so that's like quite significant, and I would prefer to do that than actually do cardio, and that's like personal choice. Obviously if I did more cardio I could eat more food, but I can live on lower calories. So now I'm on about 2,100, so not for everyone, but for me it works. Once that's looking something like that, not great, we're just gonna put that straight in the bread. So you're looking something like this. When that's all done, basically we're gonna either grill these, so you have the option to do that if you don't have a toasty maker, or what I prefer to do is slam them straight in the George Foreman, so that's where they go in now. Little bit of spray oil, so like the 1 calorie stuff we always use. Bang this into the toasty maker. And just like that, you've got yourself a pretty good looking toasty, mate. Macros will be up on screen now, so it's not even that bad. It is spilling out the side though. Nice. Okay, so this is meal 3, and this is the meal I was telling you that we wouldn't normally be able to afford. Basically, we've been to a butcher's and picked up veal, and courtesy of Josie's parents, they actually treated us to this meal. This is something we wouldn't normally be able to have as students. So definitely if you are looking to go out and try new meats, maybe go into your local butchers and stuff. Like, this is from our local butchers, and the one thing I would say is this doesn't come with instructions, so the first time cooking this is gonna be a bit iffy. I'll just update you with how it actually turns out, but they're wrapped in like a thin layer of bacon as well, so that's obviously added into the macros, but it probably will affect cooking time. Okay, so that's the final outcome for meal 3. What is it? It's a venison sort of steak or veal? Veal? So I have no idea what the difference is. Oh my god, it tastes like you can't afford it. That doesn't taste like a student meal. Like I said, this is a little bit higher in fat from what we normally would have, but it is nice to treat yourself sometimes, and this is something we wouldn't be able to afford if we were up in unis. So, meal 4. This is basically the type of meal which keeps me on the if it fits your macros dieting rather than the strict dieting, and it's something I've discussed before on the channel, saying that I would actually attempt to do like that very strict diet plan I designed for myself, but it honestly didn't last that long, guys. And that's something I haven't yet like properly talked to you about on the channel. Is I've actually, like I said, got to the 14-pound part now, and the fact that I haven't found it hard to do, I think promotes that if it fits your macros dieting alone. Now that might sound like completely arrogant to some of you that I've been able to lose a stone with like relative ease, but like I said in like previous cutting videos, the first 3 to 4 pounds would have probably been like easier weight to lose. So when you account for that, there's 10 pound left. I've been doing this for probably 12 weeks. I'm trying to average roughly half a pound weight loss a week, so I am quite ahead of schedule that way, but I think with the 4 weeks left, I've probably got another couple of pounds to lose. And you guys should know that I'm actually not stepping on stage or anything, so this is purely for my benefit, this cutting period. Sort of like a body recomposition type thing, and I'm also going on holiday as well, so it's always nice to look good when you're on holiday. And like I always say, when you're actually cutting, you should take it as slow as you possibly can. Exactly the same with a bulk. Like, you can dirty bulk, but definitely for cutting, I would recommend going like half a pound a week if you can, just because you can try and maintain as much strength as like possible, which I think I've done a lot better this time round than my previous cut. Last time I lost a lot of strength, and that's one thing I have been working on a lot this like bulking period as well, doing lower rep ranges and stuff. Shit, that's too much. So what I'm actually going to do differently today is add some of my toppings straight into the mix. Like, I haven't done this before, and honestly Josie cooks so many of my meals for me that I actually always somehow make a mess of doing this cooking stuff. So hopefully this works. I have no idea how it's actually going to come out. It's looking a little bit thick, so hopefully this like mixes in when I add some milk. I think we wanted more of a gloopy texture, at least that's what I remember from when Josie's done it in the past. Waffle maker says it's ready, green light is on, so we're just gonna pour it in now and like hope for the best. Oh my god, I'm so proud of myself right now. Yeah, get on it. So I'm so happy with myself right now. Like, I am genuinely proud that I've managed to pull this off. They've come out so well, and normally Josie takes charge of this, so like I just sit down and watch. I know I shouldn't do that, but now I know I can actually do these myself. I will be having them probably a lot more often, especially now in the last 4 weeks of my cut. Like I said, this is like one of my treat meals. Topping wise, peanut butter's already actually gone into the mix, so I'm gonna try and tuck into this now before it gets cold, but I'm also gonna add blueberries on top, which I would normally go, I'm hitting about 50 grams of them today, getting into micros and stuff. I might put honey on it if I was bulking, but today I don't have the carbs because of the next meal, which is meal 5. So meal 5, it literally couldn't get any simpler if you tried. I've actually picked up this Coleman stuff, which I got from Lidl. It comes with a bag, so you don't even have to do that. A little tie, all you have to do is chop whatever ingredients you want and put it inside the bag and leave it in the oven for 40 minutes. So I've chosen to use sweet potato, new potato. I'm going to use 100 grams of both of these. What you're going to have to do with these is actually chop them up after being weighed, of course, and put them in the microwave for, I would say, about 3 minutes, just to soften them up slightly before they go into the bag to cook, because otherwise they will be a bit crunchy. Once that's done, you can pop that in the microwave, and prepare your chicken, but I am super lazy, so I've already bought diced chicken and pre-weighed it just for this video. I would normally use both peppers and onions, but stupidly for this video I completely forgot to pick up peppers, so instead we're going to use a full red onion. While you are preparing all of this, you can have your oven preheated to 190 degrees, which is all on the packet. It probably depends on whatever one you pick up. Once your potatoes are done and out of the microwave, you are simply just popping everything into the bag. Once that's all added and spread out nicely, we're going to add 1/4 of the sachet. This does actually serve 4, so make sure you check the serving size on your sachets, because that's one thing which frustrates me so much with not only sachets but like foods in general. You might see the front of it and it might look healthy, you might use the full sachet and then you're having like 4 times that amount. So just make sure that you actually read the label correctly, which I think I might actually do a video on in the future. It sounds so obvious, but I think it's something that a lot of people actually do wrong. And now you are actually supposed to tie this with the little cable tie they give you around about there, but I've just thrown it in the bin like an absolute fool, so now I'm just gonna like kind of twist it, and then you just pop it in the oven for like 40 minutes. It's like the easiest meal in the world. And this is also a really low fat meal, so if you are looking for any low fat meals in your actual diet, then I highly recommend this one. So that's it guys, straight out of the oven, that's the final product. All of that juice and everything is straight from the seasoning, straight from the bag. I haven't actually added anything to this meal. The macros are on screen for it now. I do highly recommend it, and it is a super low fat meal if you are looking for something like that. Now again, this has been a long video because these videos do tend to take a while. I'm literally filming every single meal in a day, and when you're eating 5 meals, that can take a lot of time. So if you stayed around until this point and found it helpful, please don't forget to give it a like, because it helps me out and you're still here, so why the hell not? If you're new to the channel through this video, then please consider subscribing, because I do make these quite often, and I also put out so much fitness tips around student life and just student bodybuilding on a budget. I highly recommend it. It is worth it for your time. With all that being said, I do hope you enjoyed the video guys. My final macros will be on screen now. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.